Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play King's Bounty The Dark Side with no fair fight! After I've completed Crossword, I was thinking, what do I do next? I already did the Dark Side with the Orc, and I played Warriors of the North already, and made a recording of that, and so I thought, why don't go for the Dark Side with the Demoness character, because that is basically the Paladin, which will lead to a huge army, due to the new skills and the new way the system works. With this being said, of course, there will be no loading, no saving, and it will be in the highest difficulty level possible. I cannot guarantee no losses because when you play demons you don't have the same possibilities of resurrection, especially in the beginning. Yes, I can change armies later on, but in the beginning I've got the demons and that's what I have to stick with. And there's some pretty tough fights in the highest possible difficulty level where, thanks to the enemy using spells, for example, there is very little I can do to prevent losses. With that being said, how does it work? It works like all the King's Bounty series does. Combat is turn-based, and when you run around on the main map, it is real time. However, it is real time slow enough that an old man like me can still keep up. Now, when you play the old King's Bounty or any King's Bounty game, it is just warriors, paladins, or mages. Which means the Orc is basically the warrior, high attack skills, and attack-based skill tree. The Demoness or Succubus has the mind, and the Vampire has the magic tree, which means the Vampire is the mage, which means he can cast 2 spells, for example, if he is skilled out in the end, as long as one of the spells is the under 20 mana. The Demoness can carry a huge load of troops, and that is one of the big differences if you've played King's Bounty The Legend or King's Bounty Crossworlds, where the warrior was the one with the big army. Here it is, since Warriors of the North, it is the Paladin, aka Skald, aka Demoness, that has, or the green tree, the mind tree, that has the biggest amount of troops available. Not only because you have the highest leadership, and leadership determines how many troops you can have, and her leadership grows faster than others, but also because she's got a special skill that will lower the leadership cost of all units in your army. With that being said, we're playing highest difficulty level. We'll call ourselves the Horde. And we take the appropriate emblem. Why this emblem, why this character? There is another reason I will tell you in a second. And maybe we'll leave the recording then, but we'll see. So, everything's burning, we're at home, the evil forces of the light were here, and by the way, you're playing the evil dudes if you didn't figure that out by yourself, or the evil lady in this case, because we're fighting the spirit of life. Yes, we're this time on the other side of the mirror. We are being harassed and destroyed by the good doers, and by the warriors of light, by the spirit of light, and it's time for evil to take back what is theirs, and that is basically everything. So our goal is not to save the world, our goal is to kill kings, take prisoners, ravage princesses, and burn down castles. That's basically what we do. And our father, even though he looks pretty dead, and even as he is mortally wounded as it seems, he's able to talk a lot. My beloved daughter, my little Neolin, you will have to go on without me. I'm dying. I was mortally wounded by a knight of the light. In just a few minutes, my life will end. Take your heirloom sword and assume command of the rest of our troops. You must fend off the attack on the castle and retreat to the portal that I've opened into the world of Netana. Then you will have to reach the Dwarven Kingdom. The dwarves maintain neutrality. There you will be able to rest, heal your wounds, and gather reinforcements. I will avenge your death, father. By the way, I think the dwarves are mainly neutral because the elves are on the side of the light, and the dwarves don't like the elves. That's basically it. With that being said, you see that there are new troops. When you've played Crosswords or Warriors of the North, there are new troops here. There is a lot of new stuff here. For example, just to start, the awards. When you played Crosswords, there were 10 of these awards. When you played Warriors of the North, there were 15, and now there are 20. And each of them requires you to do something. For example, set 100 enemies on fire, poison them, or freeze them. Or win without losses, 20 battles. And this goes now up, I think, to 4 or even 5. I think it was 4 medals. So you will have to win a lot of 5s to map that out. Because, of course, the next one will be even harder. Where is it? Trapper. Now, that is 1 trap you get and plus 25 trap damage for the first 10 kills. The next medal will require 50, then 100, and then 200, for example. There are also those that are a bit tricky. For example, merciful. You have to let the enemy go, which means you have to let the possible loot that you can from chests and so on go. That is pretty bad. So you should do that as quickly as you can, because you don't want the high level guys to get away with your loot and stuff. Fat cat, another very important point. This is amount in your purse, not money collected. So it is not good that you can collect 500,000 gold and then on the way while collecting it spend 400,000. Then you will not get this award. You have to have it in your pocket there, not spend. And this goes up to a lot more than 500,000, as this is just metal order 1. Crystals, the same. There's really cool stuff here, but please, as I mentioned, keep in mind some of them is harder to get than others. On the other hand, though, you're also getting some really cool stuff. I mean, this is your starting sword, minus 10% leadership requirements, and this is a level 1 weapon. Just try to remember you're playing the Legend or Crosswords or Warriors of the North to get a weapon that gives you a 10% minus leadership requirement for an entire race. I'm not talking about a unit. I mean, just think of the dwarf engineering stuff that gives you minus 10% cost for engineers, and it basically lowers your leadership for your entire army by 10% as well. So boy, this is harsh. And this is therefore pretty cool. When you look at the skills, please read all of them before you do anything. Because, for example, scouting, back in the days it was pretty useless. It gave you some intelligence, yes, but that's about it. Now it will give you additional gold from chests and hiding places. Up to 60%, absolutely insanely good. Learning, plus 20% experience. Diversions will place traps on the battlefield, up to 3. Combine that with Trapper, you get 4. You got 7 traps on the battlefield without doing anything. And there is a chance that the enemy will not do anything in the first turn. Isn't that insane? It is. You have the ability to increase your forces by fighting, because the enemy will come over to you. Well, that was there before, but not that low in the tree. It was normally higher up. And probably of doing basically pain mirror when very low version, I know, but it's a pain mirror nonetheless. There, you can reduce the leadership of all troops, leadership cost of all troops by the skills you take. Isn't that great? Reinforces your army for free. Yes, it's only 3%, but this lady will have a leadership of, oh my god, trust me, insane. Absolutely magnificent skills here. Totally cool, totally good, absolutely fantastic. By the way, the game is as well. Now, normally you play the warrior. I play the warrior for a simple reason: can carry 2 swords. And as there are a lot of very very cool weapons with very cool effects, it's always good to be able to carry 2 swords. And that's the reason I take the warrior, not because of the skill tree, but because the rage skills, they're cool, yes, and you can do a lot of shenanigans, use them again and again and again in a fight. If you've got that up, I think it's 45%. If you play the warrior, you have a 45% chance to reuse your companion, your dark little thingy here that will appear there instead of the dragon from Crossworlds or the Valkyrs from Warriors of the North. You get this little evil guy here, and you can use him again and again in the same term, so it's basically like casting, but you can do it more often. Pretty awesome. However, I think the real cool thing about the warrior is being able to carry more weapons. That brings me to something that might shock you. I like to look at ladies. If I have the choice to look at a half-naked orc or a half-naked lady, I look at the lady. And yes, that is a good reason for me to play anything, because if I play games, I try to get the most enjoying out of it. And yes, I enjoy looking at ladies. Sorry for that. No, I'm not sorry. I personally like that very, very much, and I find that very, very okay. So that's that. If you play the orc, you can get female slaves. And we're playing the succubus, so I'm collecting man. So I'm not so much into collecting man. I would prefer to collect women, but as I'm a woman myself, it makes more sense to collect men, at least in my point of sexual direction. I know there are others, but that's mine, and so I live by my standards. That's how it is. Everyone may do as he please. I don't care. So, with that being out of the way, I like this. I know some people react to this and say this, oh boy, that is not armor, and what? I don't care. Looks pretty, eye candy, I like candy. Look at my belly, I like candy far too much. And no, I'm not the equivalent in looking like this lady, but you don't have to be a painter to like a good painting. And so I don't have to look like perfection to enjoy perfection. That's that. With that out of the way, we collect these guys here. There is no reason to start digging already. For those of you who know, there are some treasures you can dig up, but in the beginning there is no treasures to dig up. That's simply how it is. So we get into our first fight. And this is always the thing. I think there is not even any treasure chest you can get your hands on. We want to kill people with spells because that is another arrangement of ours. We can get some bonuses here. If we kill enemies with spells, that is an award that we can enhance. However, as we can throw fireballs, it would make sense to don't kill this guy in the middle, because as I mentioned, we do fireball damage, so we can kill or damage all three and killing the guy in the middle with the fireballs from the imp. But I still think that killing people with spells to get the award is the right thing to do. We'll still be able to harass the bowmen quite nicely, and these bowmen aren't that strong. I mean, they will not be able to do that much damage, and we might be able to do some really bad shenanigans to our enemy anyway. So, as you can see now, this guy, oh no, he's not, is he not burning? No, he's bleeding. Would be perfect if he was, you know, I think that does more damage. If he was burning, our fire elemental can teleport them and blow him up. Good thing is we're not getting blown up ourselves. So, we need another spell. We'll take these guys down. Beautiful, beautiful. You will not do anything. You could attack him again. Not enough to kill, but this might be enough to kill both of them. No. Was pretty close. He's not burning. By the way, if you tap Alt, you can see whose turn it is when. Don't worry, this guy does not have the power to kill us. So, now what did we do? We didn't set anyone on fire, sadly, as far as I can tell. But now we're out in the open, and this lady is here. Want to join us. But we don't have the leadership, so we put them up and just put the one we need in here. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Now we won one without losses. That's a good start. We have set 3 people on fire, but basically we just burned them. We didn't set them on fire, but that's details. We killed 1 Inquisitor. That's another one here. We got some coin, but not from him. Oh, well, from the fight. And we killed 2 people with spells, so that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Now, we could already start fighting around, but before we do that, I say we collect some forces. Like this. Beautiful. Then we talk to this guy, and please, 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 drink an ale with the poor asshole, the innkeeper. Greetings, Lady Nearly. Unfortunately, I can't say that today was a good day. No, you're kidding. We're overrun by the good guys. I'm afraid Atraxius will fall before dawn. Would you like to have a taste of my special potion one last time? I doubt you will ever have the chance of tasting Asal's lava tincture ever again. Do that, because you get 50 leadership. Yes, and that's quite good. Any news on Asal? It's all over, Lady Kneeling. The Knights of the Light are killing, robbing, burning, torturing demons, demonesses, and demon children. I'm busy saving my stocks from the invader by devouring them myself. So he's just drinking himself up. Alice, I cannot go with you, my lady, Leoline. I'm too fond of my old inn. I've lived a long life and I'm not afraid of death, but I don't want to abandon my inn. However, inside my inn there's a valiant gang of feisty demons. They're all ready to fight and they plan to trade their lives for the lives of the Knights of Light at a very high exchange rate. I like that. Take them with you. They'll make good company for the last battle. I will gladly accept the reinforcements. Hey guys, get up, gulp down your drinks and fall into line in front of the inn. And now march on to join the troops of the glorious Lady Nilin. Good luck, lady. Good luck, demons. And we've got these little fellas here, which are absolutely awesome, because these are scuffer imps. They can throw fireballs, and these are the normal imps. The only problem is that we have a little leadership problem at this point, but we don't, because we just got the 50 leadership that we need to control all the demonettes. Now, what is the maneuver demonet Cerberus here? I'll just make them so that they're not insane. I will show you. Oh, we don't have enough mana. We just wait around. Oh, by the way, if the enemy reacts on you, you can outmaneuver them at your leisure. That depends on three things. First of all, how fast is the enemy? This guy is not really fast. There's some that are slower. There's some that are faster. He's pretty much in the middle. Don't try this with a beholder. Don't try this with a vampire bat, because they will be fast as hell and hard to outmaneuver. However, that is not always the case. There might be some vampires who are slow, and there might be some, for example, tree ants that are fast like lightning. That is occasional, but basic saying, avoid beholders, avoid vampire bats. Very, very fast stuff. You can lead enemies away. They will follow you like this. And that brings me to the second point. Some of the enemies have a very, very high detection rate, so they will see you over a great distance and follow you a great distance. Some of them have a very, very slow sight and will follow you only for a moment, so they're really, really hard to get away from an enemy, from the whatever they're protecting. So now let's attack these guys. The third thing is some of them are stationary and will not move at all. So now you see there is an enemy bowman and there is an enemy priest of the light. So let's see whom we can kill with a spell. I say we kill this one. Done. And then we throw fireballs at these guys. And then we exchange the bowman for the Cerberus. And now you say, boys, what did you do? Our poor Cerberus, our dog, our friend in need, is now in the enemy forces. Now he's not, because the Cerberus has special abilities that is normally used to attack the enemy, to get into the enemy lines and disturb the enemy lines. But we use it to get our friend back, because he can travel the whole distance in one go, as long as it is a straight line. And since we've teleported the bowmans right where we can attack them, we are now back in our lines, holding our defensive position, and the enemy is without any kind of ranged fighters. Bahuba! And the enemy is so badly built in that they cannot even do anything about it. Oh, he's burning. Oh, that might be fun. Will not be doing anything, because I've got a splendid idea. It might just work. Just watch. Oh yeah, I've got an idea. Now you will not like this, because this can go pretty bad. But we will teleport here and then blow the hell up. Now wasn't that beautiful? Now you might argue, Boris, they will get you. This guy will get you. No, he will not, because our guys are fire resistance. Or well, not fire resistance, but pretty hardcore fire immune. Well, not fire immune. You know what I mean. I mean, they have a fire protection of 10%, and we've got a fire protection of 80%. So we're taking minimal damage from our own fireballs. And we could even draw the enemy away with a sneer, but we're not doing that. We're trying to get flaming arrow kills for the simple reason that we get an award for that. And then we blast this guy to Kingdom Come, and everyone's dead, and we win. Hooray. I mean, is there anything more to say? Beauty is perfection. So, that is my old mentor Pekka. Hello, my sweet Neoline. So it's very sad what happens to your father. Oh yeah, he died. But you must wipe away your tears. Now you need to run away from Atrixus as... Well, I'm good at butchering names. Atrixus as quickly as possible before you share his fate. Pekka, come with me. You can't stay here. I can't go away from Atrixis. First, I'm almost 100 years old. That is not really old for a demon, I guess. And second, I suffer from demonic rheumatism, so I won't be able to live without a warm lava spring nearby. Oh, I know that from my knee. Oh boy, that's hardcore. That really hurts a lot. Go alone, Nilene. You must save yourself and bring backup. From where? This is the demon realm, lady. There will be no backup. Don't argue, Pekka. We must run away together. Well, basically, the demon lands are like pocket dimensions. There's more of them, so there is a possibility to get reinforcements. I will be alright, Nilene. Who needs me, an old bag with horns? Even the evil knights of the light will ignore such a crown. So don't worry about me. You are young and strong, and you'll be able to escape from Atrixis and find backup. When you come back with a strong army, I will meet you with hot chocolate with blood cream on top. Just you loved when you were a child. Run quickly, Nilene. You must get out of there before the soldiers of light block all the roads. All right, I'm leaving. Take care, Pekka. I love you so much. Wait a moment, I've packed some threads for you on the road. She gives you a small package. Oh yes, she does. Like this building, I don't know why. Now, point being, we don't have additional leadership, so we cannot get these guys in yet, but if we win one more fight, we can get an upgrade to our leadership, and then we can command more forces, which will be really, really helpful. For example, these dudes here. Now, I know what you say, Boris. You have the merciful trait, which means armies have to capitulate, and that is, of course, easier with armies that are more powerful, that are less powerful. So this units here, I could try to outmaneuver so much that they're just running away, and then let them run away instead of killing them. That is an idea. However, I'm playing this in the highest possible difficulty level. We will need every experience points, every potion, every scroll we can get from the fights. And there is the possibility that they have treasure chests with them. And yeah, we simply cannot risk that. This is not loading no savings, so this can go down pretty quickly, pretty ugly. We need everything we can get. Every advantage we can get our hands on, we will have to use. If we can get a little bit more leadership, I might be able to get a big demon. Well, not a big demon. The red demon with the axe. I will show you in a second. I think we can see him from up here. Can we not? We should be able to see him. He must be here somewhere. Ah, there you can see him. Ah, no, the rocky. Now you can see him. The guy on down here in the right down corner. That is a demon friendly troop ready to join. That is a pretty hardcore demon. It's got 250 life points. This guy is a bummer. And it would make sense. It would make sense to grab him and get the enemy fearful enough that we can simply not fight them, but they will run away and we get the merciful trade. Because we need to get 25 armies for the first trade just to run away. That will be hard to get. But I'll leave you with that because I have to go down. And yeah, remember, you don't have to be a good painter to find a good painting attractive or nice. So yeah, that's for that. See you all next time. Bye.